the 19th of May 2018 t 12 hours 52 minutes and 20 seconds, 990 William Gallas has expressed his surprise that Mikel Arteta is leading the race to become Arsenal's new manager. Arsene Wenger bowed out on Sunday and the Gunners have moved quickly to appoint his successor, with Arteta reportedly due to be appointed in the coming week. Former Arsenal captain Gallas has warned Arteta, who has no managerial experience, that the Arsenal job will be a different role altogether to his current coaching role at Manchester City. "I'd be surprised," Gallas told Sky Sports. "I don't know him as a manager, but yeah, I would be surprised, because he's never been in charge as a manager. Yeah, he was assistant coach with Guardiola, but it's completely different when you are in charge of 24 players. Have to manage 24 players." The 19th of May 2018 t 12 hours 29 minutes and 53 seconds, 170 David Ginola suspects Anthony Martial might be tempted into leaving Manchester United after being omitted from France's World Cup squad. Martial missed out when Didier Deschamps named his 23-man squad for Russia on Thursday, being placed on the standby list despite starting France's last friendly game in March. The 22-year-old's omission comes after he was marginalized at United following the arrival of Alexis Sanchez from Arsenal in January and speculation linking him with a summer move to Chelsea. "The main reason Anthony Martial is not in the squad is that you need to be a regular in your club before becoming a regular in your national team," former France international Ginola told Press Association Sport. "Deschamps has so many options and choices. Strikers like Kylian Mbappe and Antoine Griezmann, who have been consistently good for France, that it's not as if he has to be in there if he's not playing. Players like Martial need to play and score goals for the confidence. They need to be a regular. If he is not a regular at Manchester United, he will probably search for another club and find one if he wants to, but I think Manchester United is a great club for him and it's up to him to give more in training and in games. If Jose Mourinho doesn't play him more regularly, he probably thinks it's because he doesn't give his best all the time. I don't see a manager like Mourinho not playing a player who can make him win games. It doesn't work like that." The 19th of May 2018 t 11 hours 37 minutes and 58 seconds, 470 Mikel Arteta is now into 1/7 to be the next Arsenal manager as the Gunners close in on the appointment of their former midfielder. The search for Arsene Wenger's successor has stepped up since the Frenchman oversaw his final game at Huddersfield this week, and Arteta has been among the serious frontrunners from the word go. Massimiliano Allegri, 20/1, and Luis Enrique, 40/1, have fallen away in that time, while Brendan Rodgers, 16/1, and Unai Emery, 10/1, are still among the favourites. The 19th of May 2018 t 11 hours 15 minutes and 12 seconds, 536 The makeup of Mikel Arteta's backroom team is the only thing holding up the Spaniard's appointment. According to The Independent, the club are said to be determined to give Arteta a high-quality backroom coaching team amid concerns fans will worry about Arteta's limited managerial experience. Thierry Henry is reportedly set for talks with the club next week, while Santi Cazorla is also said to be in line for a role. Coverage. The 19th of May 2018 t 10 hours 52 minutes and 5 seconds, 826 Welcome to Standard Sports Live News blog, covering reaction to Arsene Wenger's Arsenal farewell, plus the latest on their search for a new manager and transfer news with the summer window now officially open. The 18th of May 2018 t 17 hours 30 minutes and 32 seconds, .013 Robert Pires says he wants to join the Arsenal coaching staff under Arsene Wenger's successor. One of Arsenal's greatest ever players, Pires has been a regular at London Colney since his retirement in 2015 and even at times before, using the club's facilities to keep fit and also taking part in training with Wenger's first team. Pires has taken an informal role in helping to develop some of Arsenal's young prospects, most notably Reiss Nelson, but is keen to take on a more formal role under the new manager. That is expected to be former Arsenal club captain Mikel Arteta, who Pires said, knows the club and the Arsenal philosophy. "If the next manager wants my help, I will say yes," he told the Mirror Football podcast. "I want to help Arsenal, and I want to help the new manager. I want to be on the staff. I think I can help. It is an option for me and I hope it is an option for Arsenal. Arsenal have recently had a new sporting director from Dortmund, which for me is not a problem. I respect the decision, but I think that some ex-players can help Arsenal. We know the high level, and we won some titles. If I can give some advice for the players, it would be good. Vacancies will be available in the Arsenal setup after first-team coaches Boro Promorwick and Neil Banfield departed the club earlier this week as part of an overhaul of the backroom staff ahead of the appointment of a new manager. The 18th of May 2018 t 11 hours 52 minutes and 4 seconds, 610 Ramsey wasn't the only award winner for Arsenal. Reiss Nelson has been named Premier League 2 Player of the Season after scoring 9 goals and laying on 3 assists in 11 games during the Young Guns title-winning season. The 18th of May 2018 t 11 hours 37 minutes and 5 seconds, 476 Aaron Ramsey has been named Arsenal's Player of the Season. The Welsh midfielder edged past Nacho Monreal, who received 36% of the public vote, and Mesut Ozil to claim the prize after his best season in an Arsenal shirt since 2013-14. Ramsey ended the campaign in double figures for goals and assists, scoring 11 and laying on a further 12 in 32 appearances. Only Alexander Lacazette outscored him, and only Ozil laid on more goals for teammates. The 27-year-old also scored the club's goal of the season, with fans voting his imaginative lob over CSKA Moscow off a Mesut Ozil lob the best of the season ahead of Olivier Giroud overhead kick in a win against Red Star Belgrade. Ramsey's fine form has only heightened the pressure on Arsenal to ensure they do not suffer a repeat of the Alexis Sanchez and Mesut Ozil contract sagas that dominated last summer. Arsenal have opened talks with Ramsey's representatives to extend a contract which expires in 2019. The Player of the Season would expect a significant increase on the wage package of just over £100,000 a week he currently earns. The 18th of May 2018 t 10 hours 47 minutes and 22 seconds, 136 Massimiliano Allegri insists he never had any doubts over staying put at Juventus despite interest from Arsenal and Chelsea, writes James Benge. 50-year-old ranked among the leading names on Arsenal's shortlist to replace Arsene Wenger but ruled out a move on Sunday after his Juventus side sealed a 7th straight Serie A title, 4 of which have come under his reign. Chelsea had also been keen on Allegri, who had sent out mixed messages over his future with the Serie A giants for much of this season only to opt to continue on a contract with 2 years left to run. The percentage chance of me staying at Juve? Very high, Allegri said. But I never had any doubts. We will sit down next week to plan to future. Next year will be more difficult and we need to keep raising our game. It's in Juve's DNA to be competitive on all fronts. Next week, I'll meet with the club as we start to make the team competitive again just like every year. Arsenal's best chance to secure Allegri might just have been last season, when intermediaries representing the Gunners had held talks with the manager that went as far as a discussion of personal terms. That season Allegri's deal at Juventus was expiring and he was open to a move, but majority shareholder Stan Kroenke ultimately opted to hand Wenger a new 2-year contract. The 18th of May 2018 t 10 hours 24 minutes and 47 seconds, 663 Olivier Giroud has heard all the talk dismissing Chelsea's chances of winning the FA Cup final against Manchester United and does not care one bit. Of all the players in the Blues dressing room who knows what it takes to upset the odds in the showpiece occasion at Wembley, it is the France striker. He was in the same position last year when his then-club Arsenal were taking on his current employers. If anything, Arsenal were regarded as even greater underdogs given Chelsea had won the league title and were aiming for the double. But Giroud's cross to set up the winner for Aaron Ramsey put a stop to all that. Giroud told Standard Sport. At Arsenal, we weren't listening to the people writing us off. Chelsea had an amazing season winning the title and they were very strong, but we knew that anything could happen in the final. We were confident at Wembley. Arsenal had won it 2 times in 3 seasons before and it was a special place for us. I remember I came on as a substitute and crossed the ball with my first touch to Aaron and he scored. It was a good comeback and I felt pleased to win it for a 3rd time. Now I am at Chelsea and I want to win the competition again. I don't agree with the people that are saying that Manchester United are favourites. It is 50-50. Manchester United did well in the title race to finish runners-up, but our games against them were equal. We won 1 and they won 1. We know that we have the quality to win it. Despite the fact the 31-year-old played a major part in Chelsea's downfall last May, Giroud has become a popular figure in the dressing room. He joined from the Gunners for £18 million in January and has scored 2 goals during Chelsea's run to the final, including a sublime effort against Southampton in the semi-finals. No one is holding a grudge against him for ruining their double dreams now, that's for sure. He added, I have been teasing them about it. When I arrived in January they were still a bit angry with me, but I said, I hope we will carry on the momentum because I can beat any team at Wembley and I will be your lucky charm. Let's hope we do it. I have been unbeaten at Wembley since 2012, obviously first with Arsenal and then with Chelsea for the semi-final. Hopefully I will be unbeaten after the final, too. It's a nice record and I want to keep it up. Giroud also wants to maintain his close bond on the pitch with Eden Hazard. Their rapport was evident from the outset. Just 25 minutes into his first start for the club, Giroud laid on an assist for Hazard to open the scoring in a 3-0 victory over West Brom. There are no guarantees Hazard will still be at Stamford Bridge beyond this campaign, though. The Belgium international, who has been the subject of interest from Real Madrid, admitted he is waiting to see who the club buy before deciding whether to commit to a new contract. Of course I want Eden to stay, who doesn't want to play with him, Giroud insisted. I want to carry on working on our partnership. The two of us have only been playing together a short time, but we have a good relationship on the field. We play close together because that's what the manager wants us to do. Obviously when we are in the same areas on the pitch we can find ourselves much better. We like to play together because we have a good understanding. We have different qualities that complement each other. It is easy to play with him. Eden and I are good friends off the pitch as well. He is a nice person, he is easy to get along with. I knew him before I came to Chelsea. We fought for the title in France when I was at Montpellier and he was at Lille. I didn't know him personally then, but I never had any doubts that we would form a good understanding. He has the same way of playing football and we share the same ideas for the main threats in United's lineup. Giroud counts France teammate Paul Pogba among them. Pogba's form since a then world record £89 million move from Juventus in 2016 has come under a lot of scrutiny. Even United manager Jose Mourinho has criticized the midfielder publicly and left him out of the side. However, Giroud added, he is one of the people Chelsea have to worry about. He is one of their key players. Paul is a special personality. He's very committed on the pitch. He is passionate. He is a very good player and he has shown it. Has the Premier League seen the best of him? Paul is still young and there is a lot of expectation around him because he has a lot of talent. People are never patient with this kind of player. He just needs to carry on improving. He can improve a lot. Obviously he has a huge talent. We will see more and more of his quality in the future. I just hope it will come after the game on Saturday. Chelsea will certainly hope Giroud is their lucky talisman this time around. the 18th of May 2018 t 8 hours 33 minutes and 12 seconds, 266Z. Jack Wilshere says he believes he should have been in the England squad and could have made a real impact in Russia. The Arsenal midfielder was not included in Gareth Southgate's 23-man World Cup party nor the standby list, having not made an international appearance since Euro 2016 and withdrawn from the friendly doubleheader against Netherlands and Italy with a knee injury. Speaking on Thursday, the England manager did not pull any punches in his assessment on Wilshere, saying he was not as effective towards the end of the season. Wilshere has kept his counsel since news of his missing out first broke on Tuesday, but in the series of tweets made clear his belief that Southgate had made the wrong decision. "I think it's about time I had my say," he said. "It goes without saying that I'm naturally incredibly disappointed to have been left out of the England squad for the World Cup. I've felt fit, sharp and strong all season and believe I should be in the squad, and given the chance I could have made a real impact. However, I have to respect the manager's decision and would like to wish the whole squad all the very best for the tournament. I will always be an England fan and will be supporting the boys with the rest of the nation." The 26-year-old, who made 38 appearances but just 12 Premier League starts for Arsenal this season, was overlooked in favour of Fabian Delph, another, who had not previously been involved in Southgate's setup. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Jordan Henderson and Eric Dier round out England's options in central midfield. Wilshere was not the only big-name absentee from Southgate's squad, which also saw Joe Hart dropped after a disappointing season with West Ham. The England manager said of the pair, "Joe has been a big part of England teams over the years, a valued member of the squad, but of course in the end I've got to look at the performances over the last 18 months with the players' clubs. In the end, the three lads we've picked have been the best three English goalkeepers in the league this year. Jack had a good spell in the lead-up to Christmas and just after, he was not as effective towards the end of the season. The other guys played very well and deserve their place in the squad." The 18th of May 2018 t 7 hours 41 minutes and 20 seconds, 453Z. Xabi Alonso could return to England as part of Mikel Arteta's backroom staff at Arsenal. The Spain international, who spent 5 years at Liverpool from 2004, is being lined up to work alongside boyhood friend Arteta, should he take the reins at Emirates Stadium. The Express reports Arteta plans to appoint Alonso, who retired as a player in 2017 following a successful spell with Bayern Munich. Arteta is now the front-runner for the Arsenal job because of the vast financial demands of the club's major targets, Luis Enrique and Massimiliano Allegri. The 18th of May 2018 t 7 hours 28 minutes and 58 seconds, 626Z. Mikel Arteta has earned the right to be considered Arsenal's next manager, according to his former teammate Tim Cahill. Former Arsenal captain Arteta is the leading contender to replace Arsene Wenger as Gunners' boss despite his lack of experience in management. The Manchester City assistant is yet to take charge of a senior game since retiring in 2016, but his leadership qualities are highly regarded both at the Emirates Stadium and by his current boss, Pep Guardiola. Australia international Cahill is well placed to discuss Arteta's worth as their careers at Everton dovetailed neatly. Both played their first season at Goodison Park in 2004-05, the Spaniard moving on to Arsenal in August 2011, less than a year before Cahill moved to Major League Soccer. "The best thing for him is he's out there learning his trade, putting in the hours that count," Cahill told beIN Sports. "He's taking it so seriously and he's got great understanding of the game, who he's working for and with. No, it's probably one of the strongest setups in the world and probably one of the best managers in the world. When you talk about someone like Mikel coming into a club like Arsenal, who he has already been a part of, knows the background of, he's not someone that you would not put in the frame. Put experience and all this away. They can build something special with these ex-players who love the club and maybe someone experienced with them. The piece of the puzzle comes with what the coaching staff is going to be. That's the secret for most successful managers around the world. Can he do? I'll never say no, he can't. If the opportunity arises, then it's definitely something for him as an individual to look at, because he's earned that right. Arteta will be able to bring in several of his own staff after Arsenal conducted an overhaul of their setup earlier this week, with first-team coaches Boro Promorwick and Neil Banfield, goalkeeping coach Jerry Payton and fitness coach Tony Colbert the most notable departures. The 18th of May 2018 T 7 hours 24 minutes and 25 seconds, 110Z. Welcome to Standard Sports Live News blog, covering reaction to Arsene Wenger's Arsenal farewell, plus the latest on their search for a new manager and transfer news with the summer window now officially open. Today we have an update on the reported makeup of Arsenal's backroom staff under Mikel Arteta. Should he be appointed to the role? The 17th of May 2018 T 18 hours 18 minutes and 14 seconds, 430Z. Arsene Wenger has set himself a deadline of the start of the World Cup to decide whether he will remain in club management. The departing Arsenal manager returned to the club's training ground today to pack up his personal effects after bringing his 22-year reign to an end. When doubts first grew over Wenger's future, the 68-year-old was insistent that if Arsenal dispensed with him, he would remain in the club game. However, as the end of his tenure dawned, messages were more mixed, and he told Standard Sport after his final game, a 1-0 win over Huddersfield, that he could not imagine managing against the Gunners. Wenger has close ties with the owners of Paris Saint-Germain, but insisted earlier this week that he had not made a decision or indeed had contact with any suitors. "I haven't decided yet," Wenger told beIN Sports when asked if he would remain in management. "That's a decision I have to make. I'm physically in quite good shape. I have to decide, do I continue to manage? I'm not decided completely unless I can have a huge influence on the club, how the club wants to be perceived, what is important to it, what kind of values does it want to represent. If I can have a complete influence on the club, I would consider it. I've given myself until the start of the World Cup to decide." The 17th of May 2018 T 15 hours 53 minutes and 3 seconds. 000Z. Takuma Asano is set to join Hannover 96 on loan after 2 seasons at VfB Stuttgart. Takuma joined Arsenal from Sanfrecce Hiroshima for £2 million in the summer of 2016, but is yet to play a game for his parent club, spending 2 seasons on loan in Germany. The 23-year-old struggled to find the net consistently with Stuttgart, scoring only 5 goals in 45 appearances since joining, and was named in the Bundesliga matchday squad only 4 times and in the second half of last season, not playing a single minute. That has not stopped Hannover, who finished 13th in the Bundesliga last season, from making a move for Takuma, as their president Martin Kind confirmed. "We will loan him for a year," he said. The sporting hierarchy have positive judgments over him. Takuma has 16 caps for Japan, but his spell on the sidelines at Stuttgart saw him dropped for March friendlies. The 17th of May 2018 T 15 hours 15 minutes and 45 seconds. 000Z. Mikel Arteta remains the clear favourite to succeed Arsene Wenger at Arsenal. The Gunners are leaning towards the appointment of a younger coach, having been priced out of deals to appoint big-name targets in recent weeks. Betting odds via Betfair. Mikel Arteta 1/3, Brendan Rodgers 10/1, Massimiliano Allegri 10/1, Rafael Benitez 14/1, Luis Enrique 20/1. The 17th of May 2018 T 14 hours 45 minutes and 16 seconds, 256Z. The Sun are reporting that Arsenal's record goal scorer and current Belgium coach Thierry Henry has been invited to interview for the Arsenal manager's job. Henry worked as a coach of Arsenal's U18s before leaving in 2016. The 17th of May 2018 T 13 hours 25 minutes and 33 seconds, 846Z. Arsene Wenger has backed Mikel Arteta to succeed him as the next Arsenal manager, saying his former captain has all the qualities to be a success in the role. Standard Sport understands that the former Gunners midfielder is the frontrunner for the job, after Wenger stood down at the end of the 2017-18 campaign. He has all the qualities to do the job, yes, and I think as well he is one of the favourites. Wenger told beIN Sports, he was a leader, and he has a good passion for the game and he knows the club well, he knows what is important at the club and he was captain of the club. Why not? I left a lot of experience behind me, people who were with me like Steve Bold, who has 6 years experience, and Jens Lehmann too, he has been an assistant of Guardiola as well, so overall I think he has the qualities. The 17th of May 2018 to 8 hours 24 minutes and 28 seconds, 866Z transfer gossip. Former Arsenal goalkeeper Łukasz Fabianski is being eyed up by a host of Premier League clubs following Swansea's relegation, with Newcastle, Crystal Palace, Watford and West Ham all interested in the Poland international, the Daily Mirror reports.